Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our preview of the 2019 Reese's Senior Bowl as we take a look at some of the top NFL draft prospects this week in Mobile, Alabama. Obviously, one of the premier positions in football is the quarterback position, and there are three guys in particular that will have a great opportunity to elevate their stock this week in Mobile. Buffalo's Tyree Jackson was a late addition to the roster as he declared early for the NFL draft. Now, Jackson has all of the requisite tools. He has the wild plays and he has the upside that you look for. This week for him will be about finding the level of consistency in this game from down to down. Another early entry in the draft is also playing this game in this Duke's quarterback, Daniel Jones. He comes highly recommended from known quarterback guru David Cutcliffe, who coached him at Duke. I'm more interested to see Jones, like Jackson, find that consistency in this game from throw to throw. He's coming off a very good bowl game, so let's see if he can stack back-to-back solid outings. One of my favorite players to watch in college football was Trace McSorley out of Penn State. He has what you can't quantify, and that's that it factor and toughness. However, this week will be mainly about playing the technical part of the position very well. That's all many will focus on, but he is entering the league at the right time, as guys like Taysom Hill and other athletic quarterbacks are where the league seems to be moving toward now, and I'm excited to see him get out there and compete. Notre Dame speedster Dexter Williams had a fantastic senior season with a ton of wild plays for the Fighting Irish. We know he can run, we know he can catch. This week will be all about blocking in my eyes. That's going to be a big focal point for me as I watch him compete this week. There are always a bevy of talented receiving options in these all-star games, and this year's edition of the Reese's Senior Bowl is no different. Marshall's Tyree Brady caught my attention last year against NC State as a guy that was consistently making plays for the Thundering Herd. The same can be said for the diminutive Penny Hart out of Georgia State. Remember, size is not a skill, and the 5'8", 180-pound wideout definitely plays a big man's game. And Deebo Samuel out of South Carolina comes into this week with a lot of fanfare. Having been a star for the Gamecocks over the last few seasons, I want to get a good gauge for his playing speed, and seeing him up close and live is a good way for me to do that. At tight end, Stetson's Donald Parham is built like an NBA swing forward and runs like a receiver. I know he can catch the football. I want to see the nuance in his game as far as route running is concerned and how physical of a blocker he wants to be in pass rush drills and in 9-on-7. And speaking of pass rush drills, despite the defense having a significant advantage in O-line, D-line one-on-ones, I want to see how Boston College interior lineman Chris Lindstrom is able to overcome those disadvantages and have success. He's stellar in the run game. This will be a very good week for him to see his potential as a pass protector. On the defensive side, Kellen Saunders was a terror on Saturdays in the Missouri Valley Conference at Western Illinois. He's extremely athletic and quick off the ball, both of which yields itself to him being very productive. He gets the opportunity to showcase those skills on a bigger platform down in Mobile. Over the last 3 All-Star games I've attended this month, I've come across a tall Kentucky corner. At the College Gridiron Showcase and Tropical Bowl, it was Chris Westry at 6'3", 197. At the Shrine Game, it was Derek Beatty Jr. at 6'3", 188. And this week is Lonnie Johnson Jr., who's 6'3", 206. If the last 2 players I've seen are of any indication, I'm already expecting Johnson to have the same fluidity as the other 2. I'm excited to see him go one-on-one with the South team's crop of receivers. And safety Juan Thornhill is one of the more instinctive defenders in this draft class. I couldn't get a full gauge of his game when I was at the Pitt matchup down in Charlottesville earlier in the year, as he left with an injury. So this week during one-on-ones, I can get an up-close look at his game in that regard. To check out the rest of the Senior Bowl rosters, head to seniorbowl.com, and don't forget to keep it locked here at the Football Game Plan Network on YouTube, as we will have practice highlights, updates, and player interviews throughout the week of practice here in Mobile.